I'm Adam Brown, Chief of Detectives for the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, and I'm here to announce the arrest of Andrew Parham for the murder of Christopher Cornelio. On March 16, 2014 at 12:46 a.m., the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office was dispatched to 1214 LaBelle Street, apartment 190, the Eureka Gardens apartments, in reference to a person shot. When they arrived, they found Christopher Cornelio lying unresponsive and suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. The victim was transported to UF Health, where he later died from his injuries. Investigators learned that on the night of the shooting, multiple people were inside apartment 190 when 3 males entered the apartment uninvited. Those males are Andrew Ryan Parham, Ernest Glenn Taylor, and Timothy Dwayne Stewart. A dispute erupted between one of the residents of the apartment and the 3 males. During the dispute, all 3 suspects displayed firearms. Witnesses said Andrew Parham struck the resident in the head with his gun and then fired 1 shot, striking the resident's guest, Christopher Cornelio, in the head. The suspects then fled the apartment. On April 16, 2014, Andrew Parham was located and arrested by the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Parham was charged with 1 count of burglary while committing a battery and 1 count of murder. Also on March 18th, Ernest Glenn Taylor was arrested for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And on March 27th, Timothy Dwayne Stewart was arrested for possession of a weapon by a Florida delinquent, which is an adult felony. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them at this time.
So the 2 that were later arrested, I'm sorry, Roger from First Coast News. Yes. The 2 that were arrested later were not charged with murder?
Correct. Only 1 was charged with murder, and the 2 that I mentioned last, they were actually arrested first. Okay. Taylor was arrested on the 18th of March, Stewart on the 27th of March, and then Parham was just arrested April 16th.
But they were among the 3 that went into the apartment?
They were the 3, yes.
So, Aliana Gomez with Action News. The one suspect that the suspects came in, argued with one of the residents. Was it the resident that was, or the victim that was killed, or was it the one that was pistol whipped?
The person who was pistol whipped was the resident. The person who was killed was a friend of the resident who was attending the party.
Any further questions?
Did they give any reason why they came into this apartment to begin with? Did the witnesses give any reason as to, they said they'd seen these guys 100 times before, but they came in uninvited and started arguing. Was there anything before that?
It sounds like they just came in to crash the party. They were totally uninvited, and then things went downhill from there.
And I'm assuming that JSO working with witnesses is the reason why this suspect was ultimately, the murder suspect was ultimately caught just recently?
Yes.
How important is that with JSO in trying to get witnesses? I know that sometimes these cases can be pretty tough with people not wanting to come forward. How important is it that victims do give information to JSO in making these kind of arrests?
It's vital. We can't make arrests in a lot of these cases without the help of the community. That's why I would always encourage people to call us with tips or to give us any information. It's very important that we have the support of the community.
Were all the witnesses inside the apartment cooperating with police?
Yes.
Any further questions? All right. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.